Yeah, accounting is a different language which has rules. So you have to be really good in learning the rules, applying the rules.
It really surprises a lot of people that accounting isn't just sitting behind the desk, and that you have a lot of other options to use those skills with. And I think I've had really great fortune of being able to do some of those things.
Accountants have been perceived as, counters, bean counters. Now, if accountants have those managerial skills, those skills to make them able to analyze data and to provide that information back to the owners and the managers, it's very satisfying, and it's a lucrative business.
As I said, when I jumped into accounting, I thought it was just like numbers and that's it. But as I get more into learning about accounting and what it is, I realize it's a huge aspect in business.
Don't be afraid of accounting because you think it's math intensive, because it really isn't. There is more data available now than there ever has been before. And so accountants are less responsible for entering data and manipulating data and those sorts of things. Accountants now, their real skill is to be able to take all of that data that's out there and to be able to understand it and to be able to interpret it and to be able to help management improve as a result of the different reports and so forth that they can create out of that data.
So we have different programs here. We have the associate's degree in accounting, which has different requirements than a 2-year transfer degree. So sometimes it may not be practical for everyone to move to a 4-year institution. So early on they are deciding about whether they want to get the associate's degree here or moving to a 4-year institution. It's better for students in terms of planning and not taking excess courses that don't really work towards their goal. So 2 years associate's degree in accounting would land someone in a bookkeeping type job, maybe receivables, accounts receivable, accounts payable. Those jobs are available in many industries. Someone moving on to a 4-year institution, they can work as an accountant, they can take the CPA exam and become a professional accountant to work in a public accounting or private or industry. And of course, they know that the higher they go, the salary also is going to be higher.
Accounting is really unique in all the different stepping off places you can have to go to work. I tell people you could carve out about 6 courses, critical skill courses that you could take here: financial accounting, QuickBooks, payroll, Excel, and it's possible that you could go get a job with that. But that could limit your advancement opportunities. If you continue on and get a 1-year certificate or a 2-year degree, you can work as possibly a full charge bookkeeper. Or you can continue on and get your bachelor's degree and have a lot more opportunities in accounting from there. If you get a 5-year degree, which can be either a graduate degree or just an extra year of credits, you can become a CPA, and that opens up a lot more opportunities. And then, of course, the graduate degrees, there's a shortage of accounting professors. So if you're interested in getting a doctorate in accounting and working at a college, there's just so many possibilities every step of the way.
With bachelor's, there's a lot of different areas you can go into. You can either go into public accounting, where generally people go into public accounting earn their CPA certification, where you can work in either audit or in tax. A lot of people go into industry, so they'll work in the accounting departments for large, small, medium-sized companies, and you can also go into governmental accounting as well.
Oh, when you're looking at all the different accounting jobs and the different opportunities, there's bookkeeping jobs, there's accounting jobs, there's payroll, there's different positions, I guess, and then also financial analysis, which has come to be one of my favorite things. is a study of why things do what they do, or why how the story is told through the money and where it's going and what they're doing with it.
So if a student is going for an Associate of Applied Science degree, and here at PCC we offer accounting, management, and marketing, they would take some general ed courses, but for the most part it's highly focused. They're taking business classes that are very specific to getting them ready for the professional world. Whereas if they were to transfer, they would have quite a bit more general ed, and that will kind of push out the ability to do the more specialized classes.
We work closely with four-year institutions. So when they move on to the four-year college, the transition is seamless.
Since accounting is the language of business, if students can understand that accounting work, then in whatever responsibilities they're going to have in the business world, it's going to give them a real advantage in that particular discipline. My previous work experience is a real benefit to students as I advise them, because I'm able to give them real-world examples of things that they are looking for.
I like it when teachers can connect their real-life experiences. It gives them more of like a genuine tone to their teachings, and you can trust them better when they have those experiences that they share.
For 20 some odd years I worked for a Weyerhaeuser company here in the area. I was a financial controller. We had about a combined budget of about $150 million.
I worked at IBM, and I worked in their financial security area.
I worked for the Internal Revenue Service and did criminal investigations where people were trying to hide either the taxable income they had, or they were trying to hide the source of it, which might have been illegal.
Cynthia had a lot of real-world experience in accounting, and that made her really an invaluable resource even after I left PCC.
Having real life experience to bring into a classroom is it, in my opinion. There's a textbook, and someone could just read a textbook, but you're the one that can bring a real life experience in there and connect what they're reading and bring it to life.
I really like how the professors have a passion for what they're teaching about, because it's something that they love to do and they have done it.
I would definitely recommend PCC to new students, especially for the quality of the advising there, especially if you're going to be going on to get a four-year degree. They know how all the credits are going to transfer, and can definitely make sure that they're steering you in the right direction. And also the business faculty at PCC is second to none. They all bring a real-world experience with them, and really help bring the classroom to life.